Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Houston Astros. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. Coming up on the first pitch, our starter in this one, Luis Garcia.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
And that'll fall for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. Pena at second for one. How about that double play? Rafael Devers up to hit.
Great job on the mound, fielding his position and making a good throw to second to get the double play started. Far too often we see pitchers have a hard time with that throw, but no issues right there. That's good practice paying off in a game and resulting in 2 big outs.
0-1 down.
Ball, that's inside.
And that one in the air center field. Fitzgerald settles underneath it and makes the grab. And that is that. Back here in Houston, and today's starting pitcher, Tanner Houck. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, the key for him usually centers around his ability to command all 4 of his pitches. I mean, he can get by with 3 if one isn't working, but it becomes a little tougher to keep hitters guessing, especially when you start to get through the second and third time through the order. So we'll see how he incorporates all of his stuff into this one.
And it's through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Jose Altuve stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Next pitch misses way outside. Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Packed house, safe at second, and that was not close. Base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Rodriguez hauls it in for the out. So up next, Isaac Paredes. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
There's a strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
In the dirt, no movement on the bases. 1-2 the count. He goes down looking. And now the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. And that's a base hit. In from third is the tying run.
Picks himself up at RBI. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
2 on, 2 outs. And that's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone. Vic Caratini at the plate. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
An at-bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And he grounds one back up the middle. Base hit, 1 run in already. Here's the throw. It's off the mark, and he scores.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 3-run dinger. It's 6-0. Now a chance for Tyler Fitzgerald. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1.
Well, at this pace, he's not going to be in this game for very long, but he's got to find a way to shake it off, keep it isolated.
There's a swing and a drive. This one looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second, and that's a double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
Fitzgerald on at second with 2 down. Misses the sweeper.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Joe settles under it and makes the catch. And that ends the inning. Back here at Daikin Park, second inning set to go. Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Masataka Yoshida. Garcia back to work. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Wastes no time there. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez on the ground. Fair ball. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And he's got a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. He was definitely late on that pitch, but he didn't get beat. He got the bat on plane and just kept his hands tight to shoot it down the first base line for the knock.
And now Kyle Higashioka. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
0-1's the count.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So stepping in for Boston, Rob Refsnyder. And first offering is fouled off. 1 down, runners at second and third. Way out front for strike 2.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Now it's the right fielder, Connor Joe. Swing and a base hit. 1 run across. Now a long throw home, and he's out.
Yeah, on the tag.
Cut down, and that ends the inning. Back here at Daikin Park singing. These fans are used to watching good baseball. The Astros won the AL West last season for the 4th year in a row.
Yeah, they kept the division run alive, but their streak of 7 straight appearances in the ALCS was snapped.
Sliced down the right side. 88 wins last year was enough for another Astros division title, though.
Yeah, that surprised me, Boog. Turns out the AL West was the only division with a champion that won less than 90 games.
That's not a high number, especially with teams like the Rangers and Mariners in the same division. My guess is it takes more than 88 wins to take home the division crown this year. Rodriguez makes the play. 2 down. And next to hit for Houston, Isaac Paredes. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That'll fire up the dugout, and they add a run. It's 7-1. Carpenter in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. And that one handled. Throws to first in time. Inning over. Back here in Houston, and here's the first baseman, Connor Wong. That one down the line. Gets it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Now it's the second baseman. He's 1 for 1. Led off the game with a single. Cut on and lifted in the air. Fitzgerald makes his way towards it. Squeezes it. 2-away down. Tommy Edman at the plate. He hit into a double play his first time up. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a ball popped up. Pena on his way over. Hauls it in to end the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in the long ball threat, Jake Burger. Joe moving under this one. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 1 down. Next to hit, Victor Caratini. Oh, he hit him.
First base.
And that got him pretty flush. Here's Mauricio Dubon. Dubon in his 5th season in the 8th spot in today's lineup. He's usually in center field, but today starting at second. Ground ball could be 2. Devers over to second, on to first, double play, and that's the inning. New inning getting started. Now the third baseman, Rafael Devers. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Now it's the DH, Masataka Yoshida. On the ground, right side, and he can't come up with it. Here's the tag, and he's out. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Red Sox. Out to short, Pena tags the runner. Kyle Higashioka up next for the Red Sox.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Boots it. First and second, 2 down. And stepping in for Boston, Rob Refsnyder. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, right now this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch.
Dubon to first. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom 4, and now the center fielder, Tyler Fitzgerald. Refsnyder puts it away, and there's 1 down. So next up for Houston, Jeremy Pena, 1 for 2. Edman. And save. He busted it down the line for that infield single. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Late with the swing there.
Altuve officially joined the 2,000 hit club in 2023 with every career hit as a Houston Astro. 3rd player in club history with 2,000 hits and 200 home runs. Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio, those are the 2 others, and that's some great company, Boog.
Joe pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Here comes Corey Seager. 0 for 2 in this one. And it's fouled away. Pena off of first with 2 away.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That one not close. And the count 1-2. Joe ranging back. Pulls it in on the warning track. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And now the right fielder, Connor Joe. Garcia back to work. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And a superb diving catch. And next for the Red Sox, Connor Wong. He's 0 for 1. Liner, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to second for 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. Well, these Astros doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Only 2 strikeouts so far, and obviously they've been able to pick up plenty of hits, so it's been an impressive one. And you know, that strikeout total, only 2 so far, really tells you they're not just running into good luck and getting hits to fall. They're earning those knocks.
Fires to second for 1, and that's 2.
Man, that is such a tough double play to execute as a first baseman, and not only field the ball and make a good throw to second with a runner in the baseline, but also to hustle back to first base and get set up to receive the return throw. That takes great footwork and an awareness of where the bag is. A lot of practice to get that one right.
Just missed.
Two, 1.
Edman over to first.
He's out.
And that is the third out of the year. Back here at Daikin Park. Now it's the shortstop, Tommy Edman. Strike 1.
You know, these Red Sox, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs. I'd really like to see him make an adjustment. Get more patient and start waiting for that right pitch. Not just the first pitch. I think that could make a big difference in this one.
In the air, left field, down the line, and it drops in. The throw into second, and that's a leadoff double.
Oh, that's 2-strike hitting right there. He did well just to put the ball in play. Totally tied up with that inside pitch. Got to it late and deep in the zone, but he got the bat on plane enough to fight it off the other way.
Slings to first, and Devers is set down. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. It's 7-2. Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. Ground ball right side, and foul ball. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And there's a foul ball. The wind and the pitch. Foul ball still 0-2. In the air, left field. Altuve on the move. Drops into the glove. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Julio Rodriguez getting ready to hit. That one hit to right. Carpenter pulls it down and he makes the catch. Back here in Houston, well, we go bottom 6. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Victor Caratini. And it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
He's got it, and there's one away. And stepping in for the Astros, Tyler Fitzgerald. Ball one there. Fitzgerald in his second season, 27 years old, and usually he's a second baseman, but today he's starting in the outfield.
I always see second basemen as being pretty versatile guys you can move around, and so for him to be out in the outfield today doesn't surprise me at all.
And it's even up. Caratini leads off first with one away. Joe makes the play, and there's 2 away. So the Houston lineup turns over. And stepping in is the speedy Jeremy Pena. And there's a ball.
Inside, ball 2.
Edman. They get the force out number 3. Back here in Houston, top of inning number 7. And here's the catcher, Kyle Higashioka. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Makes the catch, and there's one down. So stepping in for Boston, Rob Refsnyder. Hard hit, right side. Dubon to first. Play is made, 2 out. 2 outs, base is empty. Connor Joe up next for the Red Sox. To third. And that chance handled. To first. They don't come any quicker. 3 pitches for 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 7th. And stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Nice grab to first, and they get the out. And here's Corey Seager to hit. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3. Oh, look at the stop. Nicely done for the out. 2 down, base is empty. Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. Rodriguez settles under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. And we're back. Now it's going to be Connor Wong. Garcia back to work. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Stretches out and hauls it in. Here's the second baseman. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. That one missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 strikes.
1 down, base is empty. The other way. He's got it, and he's 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Two down, nobody on. That's towards center. Fitzgerald makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back here at Daikin Park. Now here is Kerry Carpenter. That one fouled off. Check swing, called strike.
0-2 is the count.
Makes the grab, 1 down.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
And that's a fair ball.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
And that one pulled foul. Berger stands at first with 1 out. And ring him up, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout. Mauricio Dubon up next for the Astros. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. And now 2 aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Joe ranging back, and that one's gone. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 10-2. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. Pitch misses. 1-0. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you
brings it in for the 3rd out. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
And Devers hits that one. Fitzgerald makes the grab. 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
2 away. So they're down to their final out. Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Hit to right, and that should do it. He pulls it down, ball game. And the Astros take this one in a blowout.
Well, he went the distance for that first MLB win, Boog. I think it's impressive how much trust the skipper already has in him. This could be the start of something great.
10-2 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Gonna take my life away. They just wanna live my lifestyle. Ain't seeing 'cause